Hey guys, welcome to Get Busy Watching. I'm your host, Honest Dan. Let's talk movies. Here's a bonus video because I had the time to spare. Number 1. WILDLING. Don't know anything about it. Found it on Netflix, I liked the cast, and that was enough for me. For her entire life, Anna has lived away from the rest of the world with Daddy, who has told her about these scary creatures called wildlings that kill without mercy. However, after years of this empty life, Anna, now a teenager, tells Daddy that she wants to go to the better place, essentially to die. Unable to do it, Daddy turns the gun on himself. Anna then wakes up to find herself in a hospital and finds trust in the police sheriff who saved her, Ellen Cooper, and comes to live with her until a more stable home can be provided. But even though Anna makes an attempt to adjust to her new life, she begins to learn some dark secrets about herself. Disclaimer, I don't consider this a horror film. It's a dark romance with a horror edge to it. Got it? Good. I will probably admit that this isn't all that good, but I kinda like it. First, the negatives. If you've seen something like Room or Brigsby Bear, then this is gonna feel quite familiar and quite boring by comparison. For so much of this movie's runtime, it's a fish out of water story. She doesn't understand social norms, she doesn't know how things work, is constantly confused, does weird things. You know exactly what I'm talking about. From the moment the story kicks off and hits certain beats, you know exactly how the story will be structured. Spend the first 15-ish minutes setting up characters, fish out of water stuff for half an hour, then we start kicking off the mysteries of Anna's past and what have you. Maybe you can't predict the specifics, but even once those happen, you can still guess how it'll all play out. And if it wasn't for the actors, I'd have fallen right to sleep, which, as you can probably guess, is my one positive. Brad Dourif is always a fun addition to have in any horror-type flick. I love seeing Liv Tyler in anything that she does, and of course, Belle Powley. You're forgiven if you haven't heard of her, but she brings such charm and vulnerability to Anna that I couldn't help but constantly feel for her and be invested in what she learns, from the mundane to the personal. It's those big ol' eyes, man. I'm a sucker for those. Overall, I expect I'm in the minority of those who are okay with it, and it's understandable if it's not to your tastes, but I thought it was fine. My honest rating for WILDLING, a 3 out of 5. Number 2. Apollo 18. Jeez, I remember the trailer for this one, and I remember thinking to myself, another found footage creature feature? I got Cloverfield, y'all. I don't need another. I didn't actually see it, at least up until now, so let's see if I was missing out on anything. The crew of Apollo 18 is taking off to the moon to gather samples. However, the crew discovers the remains of an abandoned Soviet craft and its crew dead, all the while being stalked by alien life forms. Nope. Wasn't missing a damn thing. My only positives, I like the style of found footage used. The old ass cameras, forget the brands and makes, but the authentic look did give it a nice distinction from even better found footage films on the market. And that's it. Nothing about this movie really surprised me. It was aliens that killed the Soviets. By the way, the aliens are just spiders. Basically, this Pokemon, but evil. Mix that with a little bit of Alien and Invasion of the Body Snatchers, I've basically spared you 90 minutes. Yes, it's that uninspired. I compared this movie to Pokemon. There's no coming back from that. There's really not much more to say. It's slow, it's boring, occasionally annoying to look at, story beats aren't surprising, no real tension, and just isn't scary. Hard pass, don't waste your time. My honest rating for Apollo 18, a 2 out of 5. And last but not least, number 3, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. Man, when I first saw this trailer all those years ago, I thought to myself, is this an adaptation of that old school Nickelodeon show, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Read the title wrong. Nope, my mistake. Though that did get a reboot of sorts last year. Might need to check that out at some point. But onward to this. Although, this is a remake. Might need to check that one out too. Anyway, Guillermo del Toro apparently likes it. It has Katie Holmes. I'm in. Sally is a young girl who is now living with her father, Alex, and his girlfriend, Kim, who are in the middle of renovating an old spooky house with a history. Not long after settling in, Sally begins to hear malevolent voices from the air conditioning grates that claim to want to be her friend. But it soon becomes apparent that these creatures speaking to her aren't friendly and are violent and evil. I like it? Yeah, this is another case of me watching a movie that isn't really that good, but is made up for by the performances. Positives. I can't believe that Bailee Madison was carrying entire films since she was 10 years old. Damn, she's got talent. And Katie Holmes? This girl knows how to power through some lame material, and her chemistry with Madison is so good and sweet. I also kind of enjoy the gnome creatures, or whatever they are. There's something about the little buggers that carry around sharp things and kill people with them that make my skin crawl. And that whispering, that was pretty chilling. And that musical score, it may not be legendary, but it's catchy as hell. But beyond that, it's pretty routine with character beats. You have a little girl who experiences weird shit, no adult believes her until it's too late, dumb idiots who get themselves into trouble, it's all a bit standard. And I really don't like how the climax is resolved. It's just too depressing, but even more confusing is the final 30 seconds. Not giving anything away, but what the actual fuck? Overall, not a bad watch, it has its moments, the acting is rock solid, but it's a one and done for me. My honest rating for Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, a 3 out of 5. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, I really appreciate it. Have a great day, stay safe and healthy out there. Please wear a mask if you go out. Hope to see you soon.